Hi everybody, it's Julie here and I am finally back with a new scrapbook process video. Um, so I'm going to start with a wood grain background. I'm going to use some paper and vellum from the Moonstruck collection by Pink Paislee. I'm going to cut that into 2x2 squares and then I'm going to lay them all out and stitch them down onto the page. So, while I am doing that, I thought I was going to chat a little bit with you. First of all, I really want to say hello and thank you to all my new subscribers. It makes me so happy to see that you want to subscribe to my channel and to see that all my other subscribers are still there. um, yeah, so February for me has been, I was going to say hectic, it hasn't. It has been really slow and quite painful. So for those who don't know, I have fibromyalgia and my fibromyalgia doesn't like when the weather is changing or when it gets cold or I don't think it likes anything really. But I had like a meltdown in February. The wind changed. It came from Russia instead of the sea. I don't know. It's something about that anyway. So it was really rough. Um, but I feel better now. I mean, it is sunny outside today, so hopefully it will clear up. So yeah, I have not scrapbooked that much. I have spent more time in my traveler's notebook to do more journaling type of things. So not much with photos, but I did make this page and it's sort of talking about what I'm telling you now, that sometimes I just have a hard time and sort of perspective you need to have, and I have starting to learn how to deal with it. For example, I'm starting to realize and learn that when I have an episode or an attack or whatever you want to call it, when you have a lot of pain, and I think many people who deal with chronic pain have that feeling too, that sometimes it just is worse and you're starting to feel like not quite yourself because the body can't really handle all that pain and it has to cut down on something, and usually that is your mood gets worse and I get more tired, I have a harder time focusing, remembering things, and all that, and you're starting to doubt yourself. And I'm starting to realize that when I feel like this, that is not really me feeling that, it is because I don't feel well. So it's the fibro who is feeling that. And that has helped, but it still is hard to deal with. And that is what I'm talking about on this page, really, that even though today feels awful, doesn't mean that tomorrow will. So here you can see I have used 4 different threads. So on the vellum squares I used gold thread, but the other one are just regular embroidery thread. So yeah, I really like how this one turned out. It was really like meditation doing this page because it took some time to stitch it, but I think it's really fun doing that. So yeah. And most of these papers are either scraps or from the 6x6 pad. And the wood grain paper, I want to say Jen Hadfield. I'm not sure. I got it from like some kit or box or something. So, but yeah. Also in February and January to March. It's not March yet. I've been painting a lot more, and so I've posted like sped up videos on my Instagram, and I'm also starting to put them together and adding a bit of music and putting them here on my channel too. So if you have watched them and liked them, I hope you will continue to do so. I plan to put up more. I spend a lot of more time in my studio painting. I really like that. I'm more focused with my paintings now than I was last year. So this year I'm planning to have like an overall theme with the month and focusing on painting that theme. And then, of course, I mean, I can paint whatever I want. But for January, I painted cows for no reason really. February, I painted birds, and I'm really happy with the birds that I have painted. So, like the tiny birds I have in the garden. And March, I think it will be flowers, but I'm not sure. So, another thing I have done is I have put up my Etsy shop. So, right now you can find Daniel Smith watercolors, the watercolors I'm using right now. So I just buy the tube and then I put them into full pan or half pan, and you can buy them if you want to try. I was looking for something like that on Etsy, but everybody I found was in the America, and the shipping is just a bit eye-watering. So hopefully if you live in Europe you can try it out. I also have some paper clips. I have an altered book. I think I have a flip through video here on the channel, and some other things. So I mean, I have done a few things in February. It just takes a bit longer, and yeah, but I'm really happy that I'm finally getting around to edit this video. Hopefully you will like it, and yeah. So if you are sitting down to watch this before you are starting to scrapbook, I would just wanting to hopefully inspire you to um, tell your story. I mean, I have scrapbooked quite a lot about my fibromyalgia, and I sort of feel it really helps. I mean, I was going to say you don't need to share them, but I share them here on my YouTube. But I feel it's a really nice way to process these kind of things. Partly, I mean, of course, the journaling, but also sitting down and stitching this whole background. That was what I was thinking about, how I was going to tell it and what it means to me. So it's sort of like you have a therapy session with your own, with yourself, I mean. So that is what scrapbooking is to me most of the time. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I am so happy that you're here, that I am here, that everybody is here. And yeah, here is the finished layout. So I hope you have a really great day and that we will see you soon.